today I'm going to show you how to use puff heat transfer vinyl to make military awareness shirt. Beginning in Design Space, I am going to select this image that I uploaded previously. I am going to make some changes to this image. The first thing I did was I removed the white background block and then I deleted a line, and now I am going to use the contour feature to remove a few words because I want this to say Purple Up for Military Month. I'm just going to take a minute here, get rid of these letters so that I can move forward with some sizing and moving things around just a little bit, and then we can move forward. I had a really hard time with this D. I, for some reason, could not get it to get rid of that D, and so I'm going to use a shape and the slice feature real quick to get rid of that so that I don't waste time messing with something that doesn't seem to be working. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to start working on resizing. I'm using the align feature to make sure that military month is aligned properly with each other, and now I'm going to work on that sizing. Bear with me for a minute. I do a little bit of playing around before moving on. I decided that I wanted to have the word military stand out more, and so that is why I made month smaller and military bigger. Okay, let's move on to cutting. I'm going to click on Make It and Continue. I am selecting my Cricut Maker machine. Then I'm clicking on Edit and I'm mirroring my image because every time you do an iron-on project, you need to mirror. And then I am going to select my material. The material I'm using is glitter iron-on. I am back in Design Space. I had forgotten that I wanted to include a military ribbon on this shirt as well. And so I am just going to quickly do that. And now I'm just going to size it. I just ungrouped it so that I could change the colors of the various pieces of this ribbon so that it sorts it into two different mats for the two different types of heat transfer vinyl that I'm going to be using. Okay, that's done. So now I'm going to click on Make It and we're going to cut this one out. I am going to mirror those and then I'm going to click on Continue. Selecting my Cricut device. I'm going to use glitter iron-on as well. And now let's go over to the machine and get these cut out. I am putting my heat transfer vinyl shiny side down on my mat. Shiny side down because that shiny side is the protective barrier between your heat press and the vinyl, which is also why you need to mirror it because we're essentially cutting backwards. One thing I want to point out here really quick, you can see that I had actually put my heat transfer vinyl down incorrectly the first time. I had the color side up, which is the shiny side, which is that protective barrier. So I had to peel it off and flip it over. I'm just grateful that I noticed before I actually put it into my machine. It is now time to weed my heat transfer vinyl. Weeding is when you remove the excess pieces that you won't be using in your project. So give me just a moment and I'm going to get that done. I'm just going to line them up really quick, make sure that they really cut out exactly how I need them to. I always get a little nervous about that, so I just like to double check that. Okay, so here we are, almost done. I'm just weeding the letters. I just wanted to point out, again, when you mirror, everything's going to be backwards, but you're gonna see here in just a second, as soon as I flip this over, it is going to read correctly, which is exactly what we need it to do, because that plastic barrier is the carrier sheet and the protectant as we transfer onto this shirt. Before putting on the vinyl, I'm just going over my shirt with my heat press to get out any wrinkles and also to warm up the shirt a little bit. That is what is recommended when using heat transfer vinyl. I'm using this shirt ruler to make sure that I place my image far enough down from the neckline that it will look nice. I'm going to fold my image in half just to put a little bit of a crease in the plastic so that I can easily center it with my shirt ruler. My heat settings are 300 degrees for 15 seconds, and then I let it cool for 15 seconds before peeling off the plastic barrier sheet. One thing that's important to know with puff vinyl is that if you're going to layer puff vinyl, you want the puff vinyl to be your top layer and then regular vinyl to be your bottom layer or layers, because you really should only put heat on puff vinyl one time. If you do it multiple times, you can actually end up flattening your puff vinyl. So that's why I recommend that you only have it be your top layer. I love how that puff turned out, and now I am working on my awareness ribbon. I'm using a Teflon sheet to put on the inside of my sleeve to protect the underside. I'm also using that Teflon sheet to avoid any wrinkles in the shirt as well. I'm putting my two pieces of the ribbon together again just so I can make sure that I have it lined up well with the center of the sleeve before I do the permanent ironing. Okay, so now that I have that where I want it to be, I'm just going to peel off the one layer and immediately iron on that first layer. Another thing to point out is I only pressed this first layer for 15 seconds rather than 30 seconds because I wanted to make sure I didn't over press that first layer since I'm going to be adding heat to it again. I'm going to give this vinyl a minute to cool before I pull off that backing. It turned out awesome. I'm super happy with it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you have questions, please be sure to comment. See you next time.